Welcome to SiGMA TV, and today I'm extremely excited to be joined by Enrico, who's joining us from iGaming, and we're going to be talking about careers in the gaming industry. Well, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. And before we're talking about the career industry, can you just tell me a little bit more about you and what you do?
Hello, Trudy, and thank you, SiGMA TV, for having me. So my name is Enrico, and I have many hats. Today, I'm here with the iGaming hat. iGaming is an initiative that we have started as part of iGen, and iGen is an industry trade association that I have started 2.5 years ago. So I am the chairman of iGen, and we represent 24 of the larger companies in Malta in this industry, in this great industry of ours, the iGaming industry.
Okay, well, listen, let me jump straight in here because we're talking about careers today. And I think my first question would be, and this year is such a massive year. 2020 has been kind of an apocalypse that none of us could have ever anticipated. And it's been a tough year for a lot of people. Tell me about the gaming industry. Is it stable? Is it an area that people can go into with confidence?
So the gaming industry, the online gambling industry, and the gambling industry in general, in a recession, is an industry that has done well compared to many other industries. And you are absolutely right. These are unprecedented times. I'm 51 years old, so I've seen a few of those ups and downs, a few of those crashes that we were talking about earlier. And you know, this is unprecedented. And even during these unprecedented times, the online, in particular, the online gaming industry, has done overall very well. There are still a lot of vacancies that are open, and this is really one of the key messages that we want to pass, that I want to pass, that in 2020, in the middle of this COVID pandemic and this recession, the gaming industry is still looking for talent, is still looking for skilled professionals to join and continue the growth, because yes, during these times the gaming industry kept on growing.
Well, you mentioned just back there about the growth and there being career paths available, but for somebody who's outside of the industry, or even if you're in the industry, what are the career paths that we're talking about? What are the opportunities available to potential employees right now?
The online gaming industry is a high-tech industry. So anything that touches technology, software development, HTML developers, that is always in high demand, in high need, especially I would say here in Malta. Then you have all the creative aspects. A lot of the online gambling industry revolves around games. And for that, you need creative people, you need artists, you need sound designers, you need people that have an imagination and are able to create and invent new games. We need mathematicians. There are computer programs that run these games. So in the industry, we have PhD in mathematics that are working and developing the math models for our games. So these are some of the examples, and of course, then you have all the usual supporting functions, be that finance or HR. Marketing is very important. So all those supporting functions are always in demand.
Yeah, as you mentioned, there's on top of all of that, those sort of more specialist skills, which are the more technical or the more creative. You have everything else that's involved with running a business and running a company, so HR and everything else that goes with that. But how then would I know that gaming is the right industry for me? Because it does have, from an outside perspective, a reputation, these kind of attributes that somebody might put to the gaming industry? How do I know that's right for me?
I think it's so. First of all, the gaming industry is part of the entertainment industry, and this is really the first statement that I would like to make. The second is that it is an extremely regulated industry. And this is something that most people would not necessarily know, that essentially every actor, every company is subject to licenses, is subject to audits. There are some very important responsible gaming, safe gaming measures that the operators are doing to safeguard vulnerable players. There are very strict anti-money laundering regulations when it comes to onboarding players and making sure that the funds are coming from the right sources. Because, as you say, the gaming industry has some sort of image and reputation, but it is very much coming from the movies and the land-based and the old school, and that's kind of the image that the person that does not work in the gaming industry may have. And this is what we've also done on the Why iGaming portal, is that we want to give an insight into what the companies are doing when it comes to responsible gaming, when it comes to corporate social responsibilities initiatives that the companies are doing, the employees are doing, and also to give an insight spoken from the voices of the employees themselves as to what is it really like to work in the gaming companies in 2020. So once you've gone through all this, then you can make an informed assessment whether you would like to join this industry, which is, again, a growing industry, a profitable industry, and a very exciting industry. So that's how I answer your question.
Thank you. And of course, there has been a huge evolution of the industry. We've seen just over even just recent years that it's moved, and its perception has moved as well. And as you said, highly regulated and a responsible industry as well. So just one last point, Enrico, and it's great talking to you, and thank you. But if I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, should I consider a career in the gaming industry? What would you say? What would you say to somebody they just don't know?
So I would say definitely come and talk to us, whether it's reaching out to the individual companies, reaching out to myself, or attend the SiGMA career fair that we have in the workings. There will be a great opportunity to meet in the same virtual room, in the same digital exhibition, many different companies, and be able to discuss the open jobs that they have. With the HR manager and with people that have been working in industry for a number of years, such as myself and my colleagues.
Enrico, thank you so much for joining us here on SiGMA TV. Thank you for also giving us a bit of light on the topic of career paths, and also, of course, people can find you either at Why iGaming or through the Careers Fair at the virtual expo. Looking forward to talking to you again.
Thank you very much, Trudy. Thank you, everyone.